Hey everyone! Happy Saturday, October 6th, which is actually World Card Making today. And I'm here with a collab project for the, oh gosh, something like, hey y'all, it's fall. I don't remember. The name will be in the title, but it's something like that. And it's hosted by Kat, who is Perfectly Imperfect Crafts. Hi, Kat. And there are, I think, 20 of us, and all the names will be listed down below the video. So please check on out. We're going to be doing posting either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday each week in October, and each week will be a different project. So you'll just have to come back and figure out what it is those weeks, because I'm not going to tell you. Anyway, this week we were supposed to make a fall, everything's going to be fall themed card. Well, I made several. And of course, as a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I used almost all Stampin' Up products. Okay, so the first one is this one. And I'm going to tell you the stamp sets and then the papers. Well, I'll do it the reverse. This is Old Olive Green cardstock. This is the piece out of the DSP wood style 6x6 papers. These are stamped out of this Colorful Seasons stamp set. It's the leaf right here, and then they're cut with the coordinating, if I can find it, seasonal layers thinlits dies. And also this chair is not on the stamp set, but it's in the seasonal layers thinlits dies. So I used those, and I stamped them in Old Olive, Cajun Craze, crushed curry, Old Olive, pumpkin pie, and cherry cobbler. And so I just popped them up on dots going down. This ribbon is a stitched Old Olive. That was in the clearance rack and is no longer available. Sorry. This one, however, was in the holiday catalog, I believe it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in the farmhouse suite area. This Life is a Beautiful Thing was stamped from the same stamp set, Colorful Seasons. And I used a little bit of gold metallic thread sticking out the corners under that. Now, this tag that this is on was a Stampin' Up tag, but I have not, it's not in the catalog anymore, so I assume it's retired. It was this Tags and Labels framelit, so sorry about that. But you could easily, excuse me, substitute that. Actually, with this everyday label punch would have worked just fine, I think. Or a circle or something like that. So that is my first card. On the inside, I just have another little leaf on a piece of Whisper White. That's card number 1. Sorry about my arm. Okay, card number 2. I used a Whisper White background, and I what did I do? I wanted to use the Swirls and Curls embossing folder. So I took a piece of Cajun Craze cardstock and I ran it through, and it was, let's see, so the cards are 5.5 by 4 1/4. So this is 5 by 4. And I rounded all the corners with a corner rounder that I have that is not a Stampin' Up product because I don't have one from Stampin' Up. And then this is a piece of the reversible ribbon on the copper side. It's the Murray Merlot copper. Oh, but before that, I used a little bit of shimmer paint, which is in the holiday catalog by Stampin' Up. It's Sunico brand, but it's Stampin' Up carrying it. And I use this little dauber. Now this is not a Stampin' Up dauber, but it's similar to what they have. And I just daubed it into the lid, and I went all over the swirls and curls to give it a glimmer. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. There we go. And then this oval is actually not Stampin' Up! Either. It's a Sizzix Framelits set of ovals. I don't have the Stampin' Up! Ones, but I had these. So, and then what I did is I used, hang on, the leaf, this oak leaf is what I wanted to use. So I stamped off and did the background in crushed curry. And then I die cut this leaf and I colored it in with crushed curry, Cajun craze, a little bit of old olive, and there's an acorn up here, and that was done in light and dark, what's the name? Crumb cake. So that's how I did that, and I'll just put it as an accent. That's up on dimensionals above the oval. The oval's up on dimensionals, and the ribbon, and the, I did glue down the crushed curry piece in the swirls and curls with wet glue because it's really dimensional, and I don't think it would have held with any kind of snail or anything. And I think I just, yeah, the inside I just left blank, but I did layer it with crushed curry and whisper white. So that is that one. And then the last one I did took me the longest for sure, and it's actually still drying. But I have been wanting to play with this. I just got these not long ago. Stampin' Up! Has these decorative masks, I think they call them. And they're in the back of the catalog. It has clouds, it has little diamonds, it's got this like a mandala here, and then it has bricks. And I've had this door set. You've seen me use it before if you have been watching me for a while. Oh, I forgot to mention the Thinking of You with a Grateful Heart on this one came out of Falling for Leaves, which is in the I can't remember if that's in the annual catalog. And this is Lovely as a Tree. This is in the annual catalog, not the holiday one. The holiday one has Winter Woods, but this is the one in the annual. And now I can't remember if this is in the annual or the holiday. But the Thinking of You with a Grateful Heart is in the Falling for Leaves. Okay, back to this one. I used the masks. So here's how I did this. I first had to figure out what I wanted to do. So I got a piece of crumb cake cardstock out. The stamp set I've used is this At Home With You. I've used the door, this little wreath, this pumpkins and sunflowers, 2 of the lanterns, and the welcome mat. I think that's everything. And then the framelits look like this. These are called the At Home Framelits. And I can't remember if this was a bundle or not. This is in the annual catalog. The door is 2 pieces because one part of it, the inner piece, is 3-sided so that you can open it. I think I forgot to stamp something in there. The lanterns are here. The wreath is here. This is the thing to cut out the pumpkin thing, and this is the welcome mat. They do give you this little light thing to cut out, but I didn't want to do that. So, how I did this is I actually cut this door frame, the outer frame, out twice. Once for this, and then once as a mask. And I also used a piece of white paper down here because I didn't want to put the brick all the way down, and I didn't want to open the door and see bricks inside. That would be kind of weird, huh? Open the door into a brick wall. So I did a mask, and then I laid the brick mask, stencil, I'll call it a stencil, down, and I taped it down. I actually tacked the mask down with just 2 little dots of snail. The bottom paper I hadn't taped down with snail, but I did tape it down on the sides. Then I laid this over, and I got out the Stampin' Up! Embossing paste. It's white. You can mix it with any color you want, but I left it white because I wanted it to look like white brick on the outside of a home. And then this is another piece of the wood grain papers. I kind of want it to look like the cement door step, you know, that kind of thing. I colored these all in with alcohol markers. This is light crumb cake, dark crumb cake, and this is light pumpkin pie, but it's over light crumb cake. The windows and the handles were done in crushed curry, but that was done in Stampin' Up! Markers. And then I put some Wink of Stella on the yellow of the windows, like light is shining through and it's glistening, as well as on the handle. And I need to do a little dabby do on the light bulb here. So we'll just, the candle light. And we'll do it here, 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 just to give it a little sparkly workly, like the light is glimmering. Okay, so then let's see, what else did I do? Then I let that dry a little bit. Then I took the real door that I had colored. And then I did the wreath, colored it, bumped that up on mini dimensionals. This is a little piece of, looks like crumb cake twine out of the July, one of the paper pumpkin kits. I can't remember which one. And this is bumped up on dimensionals, as are the lanterns. And I think I'm just going to stamp a little something in here and leave the inside. I just put a piece of Very Vanilla in. I didn't want it to be stark white, even though there's white around some of the edges. So that's my welcome fall kind of card. I think my door's a little bit crooked, but oh well, it's handmade. Right? It's handmade. I think it turned out pretty good from my first time using the stenciling embossing paste. It's like my third door, and I did do better on it this time. I just can't seem to get anything quite straight. So those are my 3 cards I made for this wonderful collab that Kat is hosting. I am going to put the links to all the other participants down below the video. I don't think I'm going to put all the materials I used, but if you are interested in learning how to make any of these, let me know. The door one takes quite a while to make, so these 2 don't take quite as long, and I can explain it a little better, maybe on a live sometime or just a video tutorial. But I don't know if I'll do that for the door, because that took me quite a while to do. And there's drying time and stuff like that. And coloring. A lot of coloring takes me a lot of time. So anyway, but if you're interested in knowing what exact products I used in any of these, please put a comment down below, send me an email, something like that, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Again, most products were Stampin' Up! Except the oval shape, but they do have ovals at Stampin' Up! And a little bit of wet glue. And I think, oh, and then this is a retired stamp. It was Stampin' Up!, but it was retired. So that's it, guys. Hop along to the others and have a great time on World Card Making Day. Some of them might have posted on Friday, some might not post till Sunday, so keep checking back and check everyone out. And I hope you enjoy our Happy That It's Fall Y'all collab, or whatever it's called. Okay? Talk to you the next time. Hugs, love, and peace.